red wine. It would help if I put the mic on so that you can hear what I have to say. Thank you for joining us on another video. I wanted to take a moment to share that in February next year, somehow I've been booked to go to Florida and speak at a sales launch on the topic of enablement, on the topic of sales, and mostly the work that I did at Amazon, which is what I call the feeling of home, the sales side of it. The feeling of home is end-to-end customer journey, but the sales side of it is something that's caught the eye of my ideal customer. And we've now booked, flights are paid for, we're going to Florida in February next year. 4th to the 11th, we're talking out that week. It's incredible, wonderful opportunity. What I wanted to share is how that came about. So if you yourself have the aspiration of, how do I talk on stage? I've got this incredible topic I love talking about, but I don't know how to get in front of the right people. I want to share the journey that I've taken to get to that point and how you too can follow these footsteps. Now, a crucial caveat is I don't have a degree. I don't have the best qualifications. All I've got is experience and excitement towards my topic. I found my niche and I have the excitement still around that. No one's beaten that out of me yet. And if you've seen a few of my videos before, you'll notice I did a video about how I was waiting for the right things to come, my passion, my purpose, all of this stuff. And in that, I gave away some really crucial questions, and I'll share them again now, and then I'll lead into how I've got to this opportunity. And those questions I've led to are, the first and most important one is where do I naturally excel? Where do I naturally come alive? What am I naturally good at? That others say, oh, you're incredible at that, I can never do that. Where do I find I naturally excel? I've got a firm grasp on what that is about myself. The second thing is, what value do I deliver that people are willing to pay for? And those, for me, are those answers to those two questions are customer experience, and I want to find the data to show that customer experiences are massively on the decline, and why that is, and that will hopefully be a video later on. But also the value piece is what I start to answer the question of is, how do I create £2 worth of value for the pound that's in somebody's pocket? So if I sell one, how do I deliver two? And that's all I've done throughout my career, whether it's car sales from 20 to 24, whether it was running my own consultancy from 24 to 20, what am I now, 31. How do I forever do that? How do I forever become more valuable? Double the value of the pound in someone's pocket. And what I wanted to share is how I went from working for a small startup, that's the Business Growth Bureau, small startup where we were dealing with maybe 20 people in the room teaching sales and marketing, up to Amazon where my sales training got distributed to the whole of Europe. 450 odd people minimum had taken it when I was at Amazon. Since left, who knows what that number's grown to. How did I do that? And what I wanted to share is that journey all started with me answering those two crucial questions, right? Is where do I naturally excel? Where do I see the value that people are willing to pay for? And how I came to those is, as I've talked about Simon Sinek, I've talked about the inspirations of my life, and it came down to nothing more than doing the work on what am I good at? What do I enjoy doing? And how do I consistently do that to learn? How do I get around the right people that not only believe in what I believe, but they also think and feel in similar ways to what I do, and I can learn and leverage from their experience? And that has propelled me on this journey of being able to talk at conventions, being able to share and nurture what I see as the sales industry, see as the customer experience industry, and share it with people that want to hear that stuff and learn from that stuff. And that's what's led me to talking at Amazon, selling the feeling of home to Amazon, now talking in Florida. It's all because I answered those crucial questions to start with of where do I naturally excel? What can I stay passionate about 10 years from now? What value are people after at the moment, and how can I shape my experience around that? And what are people willing to pay for? And what I'd encourage you to do is to start thinking about stuff in a similar way. Is where do you naturally excel? Where do you find easily to excel in that others would either seem as difficult or that you naturally enjoy? And then start asking yourself, well, what problems need solving at the moment? I use the word value, but you can also look at the word problems. with where you've naturally excelled and where you find you're enjoying doing. Where are you delivering value, and what value do people need help with, and what problems do you solve for someone? As I said, I only wanted this to be a very short, quick video just to go out, of just to highlight that simply, if you're stuck, if you're struggling with where to go with purpose, where to go with passion, where to go with your direction of your life, I've read a lot of the books. Years I've been trying to answer that question. What I'd encourage you to do is start to answer those three major questions. Where do I naturally excel? What do I love to do? Because the excitement you hear in my voice, the passion, the excitement, all of this stuff, and especially when you see the footage come off of Florida, the way I deliver, the way I show up continuously is nothing more than I'm good at what I do, I love what I do, and people are willing to pay for it. And those three questions is what I'd encourage you listening to answer. Go and think about those three things. What do I love doing? Where do I naturally excel? What are people willing to pay for? Any questions, any thoughts, any feedback, throw it in the comments. Hit me up on Instagram or whatever, right? Any questions, any thoughts you've got, please reach out. Big love to you as always. See you on the next video, or see you in Florida. Big love.